Lil Scrappy's new girl, Britney Sims, is already making headlines, and not in a good way. Word on the street is her ex just aired out some serious tea, and it's got everybody side-eyeing this whole situation. Now, from the outside, Britney and Scrappy have been giving new love energy all over social media, posting cute pictures, gushing over each other. But just when fans thought Scrappy had found peace after all that drama with Bambi, here comes the mess. Britney's ex, who's also her baby daddy, decided he wasn't about to sit back quietly. See, Britney had a whole relationship and a baby not too long before she popped out with Scrappy. Her ex is claiming that she moved on way too fast and left behind a lot of unfinished business, including unresolved issues with their child. Fans started digging and more details came out about Britney's past. Not just relationship drama, but also questions about how involved she really is in her child's life. Some people are even accusing her of using Scrappy for clout and trying to clean up her image by stepping into the spotlight with him. And it gets even messier because people are pointing out that Britney had been pretty quiet about her past until now, almost like she was hoping nobody would connect the dots. But with her ex spilling everything online, the internet is putting two and two together real fast.
Yeah, I was excited. Yeah, he picked me and another person, but it was like, he picked me. I was chosen. Y'all heard what he said?
I really wanted him to pick me because I knew he was gonna pick me over Shakira, but he just couldn't let her down. And I couldn't imagine a better little sister wife, so.
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy Big Scrap, you know what I'm saying? Not the little one. You know what I'm saying? With the two sister wives right there, you know what I'm saying?
So, first things first, let's meet Miss Britney Sims, y'all. If you haven't been keeping up, Britney's been making waves lately after stepping out real cozy with none other than Lil Scrappy. Now, Britney, she's a model, influencer, does the whole pretty girl aesthetic thing on Instagram, real polished, always got her makeup snatched, outfits on point, you know the vibe. And at first, honestly, a lot of people were rooting for her and Scrappy after all that mess he went through with Bambi, the custody fights, the social media shade, the on again, off again. It really seemed like Scrappy was finally moving on peacefully. And baby, when I say appearances can be deceiving, don't let a cute matching outfit and some heart eye emojis fool you. Cause once folks started digging into Britney's background, let's just say the internet found some things that don't exactly scream fresh start. See, from the jump, Britney was trying to keep it cute. She wasn't shouting her personal life from the rooftops, wasn't posting a bunch of old pictures. She was very much giving new relationship, new me, and honestly, you can't blame her. That's what most people try to do when they move on, right? But here's where it starts getting messy. And speaking of deceiving, Britney's perfect image just took a major hit when the streets started talking about her real situation, and it's not adding up. Because guess what? Turns out Britney just had a baby not too long ago, and not with Scrappy. She had a whole other man right before this new boyfriend was revealed. And I'm talking like recently, not years ago, not some we grew apart ages ago type deal. People went digging and found out Britney's baby is still in the baby stage, like still rocking onesies and needing nap. Now here's where it really starts getting sticky. The timelines between when Britney broke up with her baby daddy and when she popped out with Scrappy, they're looking really suspicious. Like, do the math. Guys started pulling receipts, scrolling back through posts, checking dates, and it's giving, wasn't she just with her ex like 5 minutes ago? One minute it was happy family, next minute she's cuddled up with Scrappy like nothing happened. And listen, nobody's saying you can't move on. People break up and find new love all the time, but when you just had a baby and then jump straight into another high-profile relationship, you know people are gonna raise their eyebrows a little, especially when kids are involved, and fans did not miss a beat. Scrappy didn't look angry, but in fearful panic. The comments started flooding in. Wait, didn't she just have a baby with so-and-so? When did she and Scrappy even meet? Was there any real healing time? It's giving unfinished business, y'all. Like maybe Britney and her ex didn't even have time to close the chapter properly before she started writing a whole new book with Scrappy. And honestly, Scrappy might have walked right into a mess he wasn't ready for. And now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, well, maybe it's just a bad coincidence and fair. But when you've got a whole baby in the mix and exes throwing shade, it's usually not just smoke. And Britney's ex didn't just stop at throwing a little shade. He allegedly exposed some real messy stuff about Britney's character, stuff that makes this whole situation look even worse for Scrappy. But if you thought this tea was bad, baby, just wait till you hear what else got dragged out of the closet.
Shakira, is that her name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Scrappy, threesome baby mama. She tried to be funny and get Mama D a muscle, and he had her crying before the episode was over. See, one thing about Scrappy, his mama could be dead wrong, but he don't play about his mama. Like, I don't care what Mama D say. I don't care what Mama D do. That boy be acting blindsided to his mama BS. I can honestly say I feel like she was really trying to be grown and calm when she was talking to Shakira, but she just had to push it. If the lady apologizing, the lady being calm, she listening to you, she trying to hear you out, you gotta relax because you coming in trying to pop it. Not knowing Scrappy gonna take her side no matter what. And then you like, oh, you mad at me? Of course he mad at you. You got his mama something that you put over a dog mouth. It's disrespectful. You trying to pop it, you trying to be seen, and you gonna get what you looking for.
All right, so let's get into it because Britney's ex did not waste any time putting her on blast. Soon as Britney and Scrappy started popping out together, her ex was right there throwing major shade. And I'm not talking about little petty comments either. In some now viral posts, he basically hinted that Britney allegedly used him for clout. Yep, according to him, she was all about the attention when they were together. And it didn't stop there. He even suggested that while she was with him, she was juggling multiple dudes. Now look, I know some of y'all might be thinking, okay, maybe he's just mad, right? Totally fair. Exes love to talk recklessly when they're hurt. But here's where it gets sticky. He didn't just run his mouth, he came with screenshots. He posted what looked like old text messages between him and Britney. And in those messages, Britney was allegedly out here making some pretty messy moves, flirting with other guys, making plans, all while still in a relationship with him. Now, obviously, anybody can fake a text nowadays, right? Screenshots aren't always the gospel truth. It's a lot way. But the thing is, these texts lined up a little too neatly with the timeline fans had already pieced together. Like, people were already side-eyeing her for how fast she moved on, and now this? It just made everything look even more suspicious. And poor Scrappy, he's right in the middle of this whole circus now. You gotta wonder, did he really know what he was signing up for? Because from the outside looking in, it feels like Scrappy was just trying to find some peace after all that Bambi drama, and now he's caught up in a whole new mess. The way fans are seeing it, either Scrappy was clueless or he knew the tea and thought he could fix the situation. And we already know how well that usually turns out. But y'all, just when you think it couldn't get any crazier, Britney herself decided she wasn't just gonna sit there and eat her food. Nope. Sis hopped right on social media to clap back.
Put a finger down if you were on a Now That's TV show and you won the show, and you and the guy who you won the show with decided that y'all were gonna see where things went, date, and potentially get serious. Put another finger down if y'all were vibing, turning up, getting lit, and y'all all mutually decide to have a threesome. And then a month later, after having that threesome that you brought your friend into, she calls and tells you that she's pregnant and by the guy that you're talking to.
Britney went off in her IG stories. She basically called her ex bitter and obsessed, you know, the usual. She said she's been done with him way before Scrappy ever came into the picture. And honestly, if you've been through a messy breakup, you already know how it goes. One person moves on, the other one starts throwing shade, trying to make them look bad. So from Britney's side, she's painting the picture like her ex is just mad he got left behind. But of course, not everybody's buying it. Some fans are riding with Britney. They feel like the ex is just being petty because he lost her to someone with a bigger platform. You know how people say when you level up, the hate gets real? Good egg, that's the vibe her supporters are giving. A person commented saying, when you move on and glow up, your ex will always spin the story like you're the villain. Britney keeps shining. Another one added, her baby daddy sounds like he's hurt. Move on, sir. But then there's a whole other group of fans who are like, girl, stop it. They're pointing out that the timing is still way too messy. They're like, okay, but even if he's bitter, the receipts still look bad. Some even pulled up old comments Britney made that kind of hinted she wasn't fully over her ex when she started getting cozy with Scrappy. So at this point, public opinion is completely divided. You're either Team Britney or Team X. There's no middle ground. But whether you believe Britney's side or not, one thing's clear. This whole situation is making Scrappy's love life look messier by the minute. And y'all, the drama doesn't stop here. It just keeps getting wilder.
Shakira, it's the job. She gonna be good mama. She gonna be good co-parent.
she already cool. She been cool. She not even the one that put it out there. So that lets you know something. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with being famous and none of that shit.
Now listen, we gotta talk about how all this is starting to look for Scrappy, because real ones know Scrappy's already been through it when it comes to public relationships. I mean, from Erica Dixon to Bambi, it's been a whole soap opera over the years. Drama, court battles, breakups, makeup rumors. The man's love life has basically been a full-time storyline at this point. So now, with Britney's drama popping off, whew, it's honestly feeling like the last thing he needs right now. Like, bruh, haven't you had enough heartache in front of the whole world already? And you can tell fans are worried too. Like, a lot of people are out here in the comments basically begging Scrappy to chill out and take a break from dating publicly. I've seen so many folks saying, Scrappy, heal first. Stop jumping from one headline to the next, because let's be real, every time he starts fresh with somebody new, next thing you know, he's caught up in another messy breakup on every blog. And when you don't give yourself time to heal, that's how you end up repeating the same mistakes with different faces. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, before we wrap this up, let's really get into it. Is Britney the real villain here? Or did she just get caught up in a messy situation that blew way out of control? Go ahead, drop your thoughts down below in the comments. Y'all always have the best takes, and I'm dying to see where everybody stands on this mess. And of course, don't forget, smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure those notifications are on. Word on the street is, more receipts might be dropping real soon. And you already know we're gonna break it all down right here.